friends, and welcome to Exploring the Holos. Today I'm coming from from the camper. We're going to be talking about forgetting as a function of the brain, and memories and past lives and all that type of stuff. Leave a quick comment if the audio is okay on this. It sounds a little bit reverbery. It might help if I open a window, but then you have a lot of the outside traffic and stuff. So this is going to be a little bit shorter video. Next week we will be traveling to Boulder Lake Campground, so that should be a little different. And these ideas and theories that I'm going to be talking about today are from Cosmogenesis, The Awakening Universe by Morgue. This book is available on Kindle and Amazon. You can get the paperback and I believe hardcover on Amazon. And the next book, Teleocracy, or I'm not exactly sure of the title. I always forget. I will let you know when I get it. That comes out October 10th. So be ready for that one. And so as we previously discussed, non-local minds or zetas are not generated by the brain, but exist eternally in the source domain. They merely connect to the avatar via Fourier mathematics from the source domain. Materialism suggests that mind is emergent, like an emergent quality that comes from the brain, but they're unable to describe how that happens or put forward any kind of a theory on how that happens or any kind of proof whatsoever. So the brain doesn't create the mind or the thoughts. So what does it do? Brain filter theory suggests that the brain merely conditions and limits the experience of the Zetic mind to operate within the constraints of the holos. It basically filters the overwhelming information to provide a manageable experience in the holos. We evolved to filter unnecessary data to allow us to focus on surviving in this world, in this experience, in this holos. This is why we don't remember our past lives and many more events and information that's unnecessary for survival in the holos. Forgetting is an important function of the brain. It allows for an efficient functioning in the environment that we're in at the present. If you were not focused on day-to-day survival and in the present at the time, and you had all this data of past lives and all this other information that was saved up from all your previous lives, you wouldn't be able to focus on surviving, and you would be eaten by a predator, or you would maybe not have time to forage for food or whatever. It would be hard to focus on surviving, and then you wouldn't reproduce and your species would go extinct. So although this data, these memories, may not be consciously accessible, it still exists in the unconscious mind, contributing to the personal growth and evolution across many lifetimes. And you may be able to hear geese in the background. I do apologize. It's a quite common thing in this area, especially this time of year. We live close to a lake, and this is like a hub for them to gather and hang out, so to speak. So when the mind is linked to an avatar, a body, it is focused on its localized environment, because the brain forces unnecessary data to be blocked out like a reducing valve. As we evolve mentally, I believe that the data is allowed, more and more data is allowed through, as you're mentally more able to handle it. But it takes work to make the unconscious conscious. And that's what we strive to do. Occasionally, people will get to bypass the filter through NDEs, OBEs, or psychedelics. Near-death experiences or out-of-body experiences or psychedelics. But I don't condone doing anything illegal, dangerous, or stupid. So, always make sure you get permission from your doctor. Yeah. So, like I said, this is going to be a short one. That's pretty much all I had for that. People always think, how come I don't remember if we have all these past lives, how come I don't remember it? Well, it's because it's not beneficial to your life right now to remember things that are not necessary. And when you think of your memories, I could name a time, like, what were you doing at 2:00 last Tuesday? And, a specific time. If something major wasn't happening to you, you might not remember. It may just be like something that you blocked out. It has to be something major for you to remember it, or significant. Otherwise, it doesn't pay for you to remember it. But your unconscious mind, in the source domain, it stores all of that data, because there's no reason why it can't. And that contributes to who you are and who you eventually evolve to be. So next week, we will be in Boulder Lake again. I believe this will be my 3rd year making a video from Boulder Lake. So I'm going to try to make it different than the other videos. I may make it into multiple videos so it's not as long. And I'm going to try to film different stuff, because I don't want all my Boulder Lake videos to be exactly the same. And it's only a weekend, so it ends up being very similar. It's going to be the last camping trip in this camper, and then it goes into the shop. I have a whole list of things that need to get addressed. But check out Cosmogenesis, The Awakening Universe, and all of other Morgue's other books. Neogenesis, Dawn of the New Mind, Meta-Rationalism, The New Science of Mind, Cosmogenesis, The Awakening Universe, Teleocracy, maybe the next one's called. And I think the 5th one's going to be Psychogenesis. The 2 last books, I'm not positive on the titles, but they will be out eventually. So keep an eye out for those. And if you're ever on YouTube and you want to look up any of this information, check out Morgue Official's channel on YouTube. They also have Neogenian's channel on YouTube. Neogenian Oculus with Philip and Susan, Jan Damon, and Renaissance Fairy Poetry on YouTube. So they're all great channels. They inspired me to do this and help get the word out there. And that's all I got for this week. Be safe. Ad Astra, my friends.